before you were saying something really interesting before we started the YouTube, and you were talking about the economics of this. You said, I believe you said, like, right now, like, it's a hard time for people financially in your country, and this is where I interrupted you, and you were saying that YouTube is really like an opportunity for some people to earn money. I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, as you can see, developing countries bear more burden of consequences whatever happens in global world, whatever is happening in between Russia, Ukraine, America, Iran, Israel, Iran, whatever is happening, or if we are having any ups and downs, stock market gets affected very much. Like through a tweet, something is going to happen. So here we get petrol price hike, we get then more inflation. So when we see that AI is scaring people, that AI will eat all the jobs. It's not like that AI will eat your job, but people know that if they don't get tech savvy, they will not get involved or get selected in job. Here we have a rich population, what I should say, by rich I mean quantity. We are so populated, like we are talking about India, Pakistan. China is so populated too, but it's like economic superpower. Pakistan is having some different scenario because surrounded by different type of neighbors and different historical context. So we are having so much problem right now due to so many things. Like we are not responsible for climate change, but we are facing because we are near that Himalaya thing. So flood thing we get, so it disturb our infrastructure and so many things. Like it would be a so much long conversation if try to go in that, but I'm just trying to tell you that we are facing the consequences of we never did. So we are not in war with like big war. We are not doing things to raise climate change concerns. Still we are facing things, especially economic things, like industries are packing up and going away, flying away. They are developing their countries in some other countries which will give them cheaper labor and low tax rate. We have to increase our taxes because we are going through something. But obviously industries would like to see if they can have benefit in other countries more, they will go. So it's will create another problem for unemployment raising. So it's really easy to make a social media video, and mostly we are using YouTube. Here in Pakistan we use Facebook and YouTube a lot. Then Generation Z use Instagrams a lot. So we start making videos in YouTube because our family, our cultural values are aligned with YouTube. Our family, our friends don't mind if we are using YouTube or if we are uploading something on YouTube. If we are using TikTok, they suspect like we are doing something adult. You know, TikTok let you see these content easily, and that's why we are having perception that YouTube is kind of aligned with our cultural values. And people, the content creator, type of content creator of on YouTube are more having traditional values than other, because you know the consumers on TikTok and Instagram are mostly youngster who are rebellion, who are deviant, who try to do something new instead of being a conformist. While on YouTube we are having people with elder age like me, 34 years old or 50 years old, other people. So you know, in our age we are more concerned about being sober, produce content that is more aligned with traditional, but on TikTok and Instagram etc, they are having people with generation alpha and generation Z, and they are like due to their age they are more rebellion. So YouTube is the platform where we go for with a hope, digital hope labor. If you know the concept digital hope labor, they starting uploading video. Digital hope labor is something, digital labor, you know, if we are trying to earn money from digital platform, and digital hope labor is that they are doing thing that they are having a very low amount of income, or they are not getting any income, because for 3 years I have been uploading videos on YouTube, and still I'm not earning any single thing, any single penny, because obviously I don't have 4,000 hours, watch hours. So I'm not earning, but it's like a digital hope labor for me, that I have a hope that one day I will start earning. So all these people are having a hope that they will start earning, but then they leave it, because it gives it doesn't give money easily, and then we are having transaction process problem. Here we are having transaction
So you're having what?
Transaction, money transaction.
Transition.
Banking.
Okay, I think what the word is.
Transaction.
Transaction. No, God. Sometimes I spend a lot of time not speaking English, so I forget stuff.
Same here.
It's not translation, money. I can only think of the word in Russian right now. I'm so sorry.
But you got the meaning, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So Europe send us money on our bank, and most of the time we cannot get it because we are having some problems, technical problems. So most of the time it gets returned. Even if I'm earning from some other sources, they did tell me to give a bank account. I tell them my bank account, while I know that through bank I will barely receive it, because we are having so much problem in bank. What I would like to give advice to YouTube, that stop telling us to link our bank. Instead they can do something else, like fintech companies. We have EasyPaisa, which is not a bank basically, but it is a mobile app. It is a mobile app in which we get digital currency transaction. We are using here EasyPaisa, like India is using UPI. So it's easy if YouTube gives us money through EasyPaisa, not traditional banking system, because it takes so much time. Like I won an prize in my research competition in Malaysia. So that university told me to give a bank account number etc, and I have been waiting for more than 1 year. I didn't receive it because issues. I have been emailing bank and then emailing university. So much complication we have. So I would request YouTube to stop telling us to link bank. Instead they can pay us in bitcoins, in fintech, or they can give us voucher with which we can buy things from Daraz. Daraz is something like Amazon or Alibaba. So we are here using Daraz. Daraz is more trustworthy for us than other shopping websites. It can give us voucher, or YouTube can give us not money but gifts, like headphones, the thing that will help us in creating better quality products. So we will receive it at our home, but bank is the last option we would like to recommend to YouTube. So
Okay, this is one of the reasons why I want to talk to somebody like you.